Hey, what's up, guys? I'm going to share it on our thing, and I'll get started in a second. So late. I've been wanting to do this, and unfortunately, I did it a little too late. So I'm hoping that you guys aren't too upset with me doing it this late, because I can understand if you live on the East Coast, it's like 10 o'clock right now. But if not, cool. I'm gonna wait for some people to come in, see at least one person, so that's dope. But yeah, I'm gonna be talking about the Warp Tour for 2018. Obviously, for those of you who live under a rock, Van's Warp Tour has been going on for many years, far beyond what I do or how long I've been doing this for. And it's really cool. Like I could honestly say like I going to Warp Tour every year is something that I look forward to, something that I enjoy. And I hope that you guys maybe have some really great memories. And if you want, comment. I'd love to hear what you think about it. But just give me a minute. I'm gonna type this out real quick. Um, but yeah, if you have some like Warp Tour memories, like let me know. Like, I'd love to hear what you guys think about it, stuff like that. Um, no, no. All right, cool. It's posted on the Facebook. At least one person's in here. So if you want to say what's up, like, feel free to come. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. Let me share it to my personal page real quick. But yeah, so I'm gonna get into it right now. Like I'm gonna be posting. Oh, hey, what's up, Megan? How you doing? Um, I'm gonna be posting my top 10 probably or top bands that I want to see for Warp Tour this year. Also, my hair is sad funky. Um, anyway, I'm gonna be talking about like the top bands I'm excited to see for Warped this year, which is really exciting. That will be going out maybe Wednesday. I'm not entirely sure yet. If you want me to do kind of a what to bring for Warp Tour, let me know too. I've done it like for the past 2 years, so I don't know if I'll necessarily do it again this year. But if you guys want me to do it, I'll do it. Uh, so yeah, definitely let me know about that. And then I'm going to be doing some warped memories. Maybe I might kind of combine the two into this video, just because there's a lot coming out this week in terms of like albums too. So I'll see what's going on with that. But for now, I'm gonna just be talking about Warp Tour, what I think about it ending. I think that it's a little bittersweet for me just because I've been going since I believe like 2012 or 2013. I'm not entirely sure. But I have loved going every year. I think that each year, I mean, obviously, some years in terms of lineup is better than others, but I typically don't complain about lineup for Warp Tour because um, the reason why is you go to Warp Tour because you want to see a variety of different bands, and you should go in with that mentality because there's obviously bands that I love to see and that I want to see for this year, but at the same time, I want to go into it and find out different bands that maybe I haven't heard of or any things of that nature. And I think it's a really good opportunity to find something that maybe you might enjoy and maybe that you might like that, you wouldn't have given a chance otherwise just because of the Warp Tour and how it is. And, I appreciate just the way that Kevin Lyman has done it over the years where he's kept it very, you know, different. Like, and what I mean by that is like each year there's going to be bands that he likes and that he wants on there, and there's going to be years where maybe there's some bands that hopefully you like and that you enjoy. And I always appreciated him doing that sort of poll where he has people vote on what bands you want to see for upcoming Warp Tours. And I think that that's really cool. And as well as maybe not being able to get every band each year or whatever, or have them on a lineup previous, in a previous year. I think that he does a phenomenal job kind of structuring it out, having bands that, have a lot of hype around them. Like I think Movements is definitely a next big band, if they aren't already, because they literally sold out their last tour, pretty much like most of the dates. I just watched the new or not new, but newish lead singer Syndrome with Shane Told. But I think that it's really cool, and I appreciate that as somebody who's been going for, like I said, many years. And I think that each year, I bring something new to the table. And I appreciate that. Like, for example, I love that there's a lot more sort of international bands on here. Like, maybe not a ton, but there are a little bit of sprinklings here and there. Like, I'm super stoked for Trash Boat. Don Broca's a phenomenal UK band. Chase Atlantic, I think, is not from the US, if I'm not mistaken. And that's really cool. And I love the diversity of it and just the thought process behind it as well. I think they do a great job with that, and just like kind of coming up with a lineup where, people want to come out and do stuff. So, or go see bands. I think that that's really sick. But I enjoy the lineup tremendously. Um, and yeah, shout out to Megan. She's phenomenal. But yeah, like I love going every year. I also love like, meeting friends at this. I think is a really cool like community thing. Especially depending upon your date. Like, I have a ton of bands that, I have either interviewed or something like that, and it's good to see them and see how they're doing. As well as like, local bands that I think kill it. Like I love Moral Support, shouts to them. And Civil Youth, they're another great band too from the area, and they're both doing you know, sh- sets on Warp Tour. And I really try to make an effort to do the smaller bands, the bands that are kind of like, a little bit more unknown, because, I would have gotten a chance to listen to them prior to that. So that's always a cool opportunity. And, again, if you haven't been to Warp Tour, or, just have chosen not to go, I would really, really consider it, because I think they are awesome. I think that what he does just, I think grants so much respect, and I respect him tremendously. As much as I wanted to do press for this year's date and how much that would have probably meant to me, I'm still gonna go and still support, because I think at the end of the day, I could be really salty about the situation, and wanting to do press, but at the same time, like, it's such a great lineup. And there's a ton of awesome bands that are unknown and obscure, and I'm excited to check them out. uh Definitely excited for that. Oh, sick, Megan. You've made me even more excited about Trash Boat for sure. But it's really good time, like good hangs, and I'm excited to see that. Also some like bands that aren't playing but are on the tour are like, doing like behind the scenes stuff with more shouts to them. They actually have a GoFundMe. So if you want to go support them, their van broke down and they had to rent a new van. So please go support them. They're a killer. If you can't support them, like, go to Warp Tour, go pick up something from them, because they're awesome. And I have so much respect for them. And I think their music is, they're definitely one of those bands for this year that I'm super stoked to see what they do next, because they put out a cool EP and it's up on their page. Definitely check them out. And then Linda Marr, shout outs to Nate, he's my boy too. And they're playing some dates here and there, because catering bands are definitely awesome. So definitely check both of those bands out. I know that they are doing catering for Warp Tour this year, so that's super cool. And allowing bands to play certain dates, so that's awesome. Oh, sick, awesome. They're the homies. I love them so much. But definitely check out those smaller bands and like people that are out there like really trying to push for their band. Um I think that you should go out and support it. I like, I'm that's kind of like in the ethos of this channel as well, is like I really want to create a community of supporting each other. And like just really, even if it's not your type of music, like, you should still go out. You should still be, if you care about them as a person, and like as like, a musician, and just the struggle of being doing that, you should just do that. Like if that's what they love and that's what they're passionate about, like go give them some support because they definitely deserve it. And if it makes them happy, then you shouldn't stand in their way of getting into their dream. But not to keep it all sappy, but really awesome things. Like one of the greatest memories that I can remember from Warped Tour was just the way that like everybody just kind of hangs out. There's one year that I went, I actually met Jeremy DePoster from Devil Wears Prada. He was actually getting food, and I felt kind of bad because he had like a plate of food and he was like super down to like eat it. But I was like, hey, Jeremy, I was like a huge fan. Like, I love Devil Wears Prada, is one of the first bands that really got me into this type of music. And I was like, it'd be sick if we could get like a photo. And he was like super down with it. And it's still one of my favorite moments. I look a little bit different, probably younger and a little bit better looking. I don't know, but I love that photo so much, and I love Devil Wears Prada. So that was a cool moment. Just having bands like walking around that you see like every once in a while. Like I've ran into like issues before. I've ran into like other people that have been on the tour. I'd love to meet Ryan Key from Yellow Card. Like that's another band that I grew up listening to as well. So if I get the chance, maybe Friday I'll go say what's up to him and his tent. But it's just really cool. It's a cool opportunity to meet really cool people as well. Like, I'd highly recommend like going out to see these bands at the tent because sometimes they're like hanging out and you really have some really cool conversations and like just being able to talk to them. I think that if you're able to treat them as like not only as great musicians but as people too, like it's such an awesome like feeling and just a cool camaraderie thing. I think that they're not much different than you. They play in a band, but at the end of the day, we're all human and we all do fun stuff too. So it's cool in that moment, and like it's cool to see how people react to stuff. And I'm excited to see Real Friends. I'm listening to their newest record right now, so I will probably catch their set at some point, which is really exciting because I feel like the new record's phenomenal. Not to kind of preface the review, but I'm really excited for that one. Trash Boat's gonna be releasing a new record, Crown Shyness, the following week. I think the 22nd, 21st. I'm not entirely sure, but that's another phenomenal band that I think it's the 19th actually. But anyway, really great band. I'm excited to see them too. It's gonna be killer. I don't know if there's any other bands like this. Wildlife released a new record, Petaluma, and that's out on tour. And I'm really excited to see Grayscale more specifically. I put them. I'm not gonna tell you where I put them on my list, but this is like probably their hometown show because they are from like Philly, like PA area. So I can imagine that this show is going to be wild for them and like playing for that. And it's just a cool like diverse lineup. If I can catch some like really interesting bands, I definitely want to do that as well. But overall, like, what do you guys think about Warped Tour ending? I think it's good and bad. Like I said, it's bittersweet just because it's going to be one of those things that's missing from summer for sure. It's just I don't know, like it's definitely bittersweet to me just because like I've been going for so long, and it just kind of feels nostalgic to summer. And as much as it's going away, I think that it's a good thing for bands because I would talk to like touring bands and they'd be like, we won't tour in the summer just because Warp Tour is such a big thing. And I think that it's a good thing that it's kind of taken a tone down, and hopefully bands will have some really sick lineups in the years to come. I don't think it's going to be entirely over. I just feel like a whole kind of cross country tour is over with, for sure. I think they'll probably do maybe something similar to like self help, where they'll have like main city dates. Like, for I guess for my area, it'd be like Philadelphia or like New York City. And then they would have like one in like Chicago, probably like Florida, maybe a couple in California, one in Texas, and maybe like one like upstate, like maybe like Seattle or something, like Washington State, something like that. That's my guess at least. But I think it really brings an opportunity for bands to really kind of go out and tour summer because I felt like summer was a little bit taboo if you kind of toured during Warp Tour season. I think it was very tough for you as a band to kind of compete with that. So I think it gives a definitely a better opportunity for awesome tours to be formed, as well as, just a good opportunity for bands to, bridge out and do something different that isn't Warp Tour, as much as I'm sure a lot of people hold it to a nostalgia point. But uh, Megan said Grayskill's awesome, so definitely go check them out. I think they are a phenomenal band. Dormant was a phenomenal record as well. I've been really getting into it more recently, so I'm definitely stoked to see them play. And I think they're a great pop punk band as well. But yeah, let me know what you think about Warped Tour ending. I'm certainly curious what you think about it, and like, what's your thoughts behind it. I think I'd love to hear more of it from a perspective of a patron, as someone who goes, as opposed to maybe like a band or something. Just because I feel like it's different. Like if you're not in a band, like, or you don't do like media, it will definitely be a hole in that scene. But at the same time, I think it's a good opportunity for, again, bands to go out and bridge out and do different things during the summertime. So that's pretty much it. If you guys want me to stick around a little bit more, I'll be hanging out for a little bit. But I'm excited for Warped Tour this Friday. I'm hoping to do a bunch of kind of related videos this week coming out. Probably tomorrow I'll be doing the top 10. Um, and then if you guys want, I'll do like, what you should pack for Warp Tour. Um, some maybe like guides, some maybe suggestions, things of that nature. Also, I'll be doing, well, maybe not the memories because I really talked about that in this video. But if you have any other suggestions related to Warp Tour, I'd love to know. But I will definitely be trying to get some video, maybe not a ton of video, just because I don't know what the gravity is in terms of like doing video. So I'll probably bring my camera with me, do more of a vlog style video, and maybe get some sets and kind of like mash it in with just, doing videos for the day. But if you are coming to the Camden Warp Tour date, come say what's up. I will be hanging out for most of the day. So I'm excited for that. I'm always excited to be at Warp Tour. I think it's a great time filled with like friends, great music, and just, being out in the sun and enjoying the hopefully good weather. Fingers crossed. Um, yes, I would definitely agree, Megan. It is very bittersweet, but I think those are, those times you'll have great memories of. And I also feel like there's a good chance that you can maybe go to another show that maybe conflicted with Warp Tour. So I'm excited for where it's gonna go in the future. But obviously I am definitely bittersweet about it, just because it just, reminds me of summer. And it's a little unfortunate. But I'll definitely have to see if I see Kevin Lyman. I'll have to say thanks as well, along with Megan, which she did. He's super nice. Yeah, I've definitely met him before. I actually met him at launch conference, and he was super nice guy. He gave me a lot of good advice for the channel, and I can't say that any bad things about him, as much as, I wanted to be on this year's World Tour. I appreciate all that he does, and taking the time out to like kind of critique what I do in terms of the channel. So shout outs to Kevin Lyman. He's a great person for doing this, and hopefully you'll get some relaxing time, or time to be able to do other things and maybe focus on other things in his life. I don't think he's done with music, doing this whole music thing in general, but I think that it's a good time for him to take time off and really, take some self-care. And I appreciate that as somebody who very much knows about doing work all the time. So shout outs to Kevin Lyman once again. But I'm excited. Top tens will be going out this week, as well as maybe future stuff relating to Warp Tour. I don't know how many videos I'll be doing. I'll also be doing an album review of Real Friends' new record. I've been thinking about doing Chelsea Grin's new record. I'm not entirely sure yet. Tom's dope. So I don't know, possibly. As well as there's definitely another one that I can't think of. Definitely Real Friends is on the list for sure. And then doing the home team next week. or I'll probably have it maybe out by the end of this week. I have no idea in terms of time frame, but trying to get that out as soon as possible as well, and just be on the lookout for new content, new things, tons of awesome stuff coming in the future, and awesome shows coming up. Really, really excited for this weekend. I'm seeing Whale Bones on Thursday. Shouts to Whale Bones. They are the homies. Uh, Friday, I'm going to Warp Tour. Sunday, I'm going to Strawberry Girls Night Versus and Andreas. So I'm going to be getting sets of all of that as well. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Same with Whale Bones. If I can, I'll probably do that too. I'm trying to think what else. I'm probably gonna see Red Jumpsuit Apparatus and Rivals. My rivals are the homies, so I gotta go out and support them. And maybe a few others. I'll let you know what I got going on. But those are the shows that I can think of off the top of my head that I'm for sure going to. So um, definitely excited for new music in terms of bands coming out with new stuff, and just in general. I think that summer, summer is in full swing right now. It's middle of summer right now, so there's a lot of awesome content to be coming out in the foreseeable future. Also, we'll be starting a Patreon really soon as well. So if you guys feel like you want to donate to the channel and keep going what I do, I would greatly appreciate it. It would just mean a lot to me. And it will help bring out maybe new series or old series that kind of put on the back burner that maybe some people might be interested in. It has a lot to do with maybe hot sauces and hot wings, possibly. I'm not trying to infer anything, but there might be a tier for that maybe your band, if they want to come on and do it, if they live in the tri-state area, might want to do it. Just saying, I don't know. But definitely excited for that. And I'll be keeping you guys updated on that. And if you guys want me to do more like live videos, let me know. I did post a live set of the home team on our Facebook page, and I try to make sure I'm updated on Instagram and things of that nature. So really cool stuff coming up. And I'm also seeing Coheed and Taking Back Sunday next week as well. So cool shows coming up that I'm excited to get, and hopefully you guys are excited to check out too. Yes, definitely go see them, Megan. They're awesome. They're the homies. um and just that tour is ridiculous. I think it's cool. I love Andreas. She made her shout outs to him too. He's great too. So really excited for that. And yeah, more stuff to come in the future. Um, yeah, no, you should definitely check them out. They're more like a lot of their stuff's instrumentals, but they have like vocalists come on, and I think it's really cool. And they also did a song with Andreas, the Party Nights tour, or Party Nights song. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out, but that they're playing that on their tour now. So it's really cool for them to do that. I like it. I love the track. I think it's killer. So definitely new stuff to come. Thanks, Megan, for chatting with me. And we'll be talking with you soon, guys. Again, if you enjoyed this little Warp Tour discussion video, subscribe, hit that thumbs up, share it around, and let me know what your Warp Tour thoughts are in the comments below. I would love to hear them, and love to hear what you think about, Warp Tour ending and who maybe you're excited about seeing. So thank you guys for watching. We'll be talking with you soon. Peace.